Yo, I just want to let y'all know that this world is a free for all, and that at the end of the day, you really gotta rely on yourself, take care of yourself. And what I mean by that is, you know, we're born into this world, and we're born into the families and the environments that we're born into, and there's a lot of stuff that as kids we don't know either because we just couldn't understand or just um, was never told or just couldn't remember. You know what I mean? And as we get older, we find out stuff, about the family and you know family secrets, man, and stuff just about other people, just interrelational issues, um, and problems, just stuff in the family, that you never knew, and that can be real eye opening, and it's not just from your childhood; it's also just in life. You may it's stuff that you may just not know about. Um, and what I'm talking about, it could be a lot of different things, but all I'm saying is just to be on your P's and Q's, be careful out here, because it can be even people who are closest to you, you know what I mean? Friends or family, you know what I mean? That people who you even consider your day ones, who out here that don't got the best intentions, you know what I mean? That actually want to harm you, that actually want to benefit off you, want to exploit you, take advantage of you. It's crazy. And it's crazy how close it can hit to home. It's crazy, like, you know, and be careful with getting, first of all, be careful with doing deals with people, whether it's business, but also energetic deals, you know what I mean? Be very careful who you let in your space, your energetic space. Be careful what you say yes to, be careful what you invite in, because this shit is really a free for all. Like, you think certain people, like as people, you probably think, oh no, they would never, no, no, they would never do me dirty. Whole time, they've been putting on the front for the longest. You know, it's not a bad thing to reevaluate your relationships. With people, any type of relationship, any and every relationship. A lot of stuff we just don't know. A lot of stuff we don't know, and but also, um, that also, like, not knowing also could at times can shield us from certain things. You know, because if you knew certain things at a certain time, it would change the whole dynamic and shit. So, and anyway, another thing is, like, now that you know certain things, or if you continue to find out certain things about certain people around you, act accordingly. You know, act accordingly. It's like, okay, oh man, I didn't know that, but damn, I would have never, da, 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 I would have never been around them or invited them, whatever. Da, da, da. It's like, okay, now you know. Now you know. So what you gonna do now moving forward? You know what I mean? Strengthen them boundaries. Say no. Don't be afraid to say no to people. Don't be afraid to not associate with certain people. Don't be afraid to not invite people. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, man. And also, I don't want this to be pessimistic, you know, as far as like everybody's out to get you. No, 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 no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying not everybody has good intentions. And which basically, I already know y'all know all of this. I'm just giving you this reminder. If you're hearing this, it's probably for a reason. Um, it's probably time for you to reevaluate your relationship that you have with people, certain people. Because like I said, it's not everybody. There are um, people are here um, that are genuinely want to help us and want the best for us. And maybe your relationship with them is not perfect, but you know, at the end of the day, they got your back or whatever, or it's a little bug on there. They not out to get you. You know what I mean? But it be tricky because it be the ones who you do trust, or have been trusting, or thought you trusted, and then now you find out some shit, or they do some shit, or you know. And when you look back, it'd be like, man, when I look back, I think about what happened here, or this little mannerism, this little incident, how this happened when they came around, and then when this happened when they left or whatever. It's like hindsight is 2020, yo. Hindsight is 2020 for real. So you don't gotta beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up for not knowing. You didn't know. That's what I'm saying. Like now you know though. Now that you know, move forward accordingly. You know. And also, I wanted to say, because if you're watching this, chances are this applies to you as well. Be careful. It's basically what I said before about be careful of who you let in your energetic space. Be careful with, spiritual people, and I want to clarify, this is not most people, I think most people are genuine, but I'm just saying there are people in the spiritual community. There are healers, readers, whatever, who do spiritual work, even energy work or whatever, that don't got the best intentions. They may even be very talented at what they do, for real. They may be very talented and very gifted, have those gifts. But the thing is, there's people out here who are gifted, who are talented, that are messed up in the head. You know what I mean? Maybe they went through some shit that nobody know about, some trauma or whatever, when they was younger or whenever it happened, that they've been dealing with, but nobody else know. You know what I mean? And on the outside, it may seem like everything cool. It may seem like they a cool person and genuine, charismatic even. The whole time, their mind is messed up. Their mind is fractured or demented. You know what I mean? You got mental health issues. A lot of people put up fronts and stuff. A lot of people are doing wicked things. Like, and this is what I'm trying to get to, is that a lot of them know, the laws of the universe. They are tapped in or can tap in, and know, law of attraction. Just the laws of the universe, how things work. The laws of energy, and they use that to exploit people. For real. Like, one of the biggest ones that I've seen and experienced is basically like, and I say experienced as in someone attempted to basically send a spiritual attack on me. But that shit, nope. Which I'm so grateful for my spirit team, how protected I am. And you are too. You know what I mean? You have a spirit team, you spirit guide, ancestors watch over you. The Most High watching over you, of course, But anyway, I'm trying to say, I feel like I keep losing my point, but one of the biggest laws of the universe that they exploit is that, what is it, the law of karma or whatever? No, it's like they can't just go up and just harm you. at least without like, repercussions like that, So they do things to try to get to you mentally, to try to trick you into allowing them into your space, to where they put on this front, to where there may be putting up this, I call it like the shiny spiritual, what is it? The spiritual shiny object syndrome. They dangling, oh, look at these gifts, look at these readings and these truths and da da da. And I understand you, and I can relate to you, So, and you might feel like, wow, I can really relate to this person. They're probably the only one I can even really talk to you about certain things. Da 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 da. And they really get me. They really understand me. Whole time they probably reading you. They probably sizing you up, trying to see what your weaknesses is, seeing your vulnerabilities, seeing how they can enter your energetic space, looking for maybe even mental deficiencies that you have, emotional vulnerabilities, looking to see if you have voids within you and them trying to fill that void or some way. And whole time, all I'm saying is that they're looking for weaknesses in your defenses, looking for ways to influence you to accept them into your own home, And so by then it's like, oh, they invited me in their space. Therefore, I can, whatever I do now, the karma is not on me. It's on them because they invited me in, whatever. Which by the way, I don't know fully how the crap works. I just know I can just feel it, So this is the best way I can explain it from my own experiences and for what I see, So, but yeah, it's really people out here siphoning people energy, trying to bind people in more ways than one. Like, this is just a stark warning to y'all, you know? It's some bull crap. It really is. Um, it's crazy how the enemy work, man. So this is just, yeah, man. I just wanted to get this, just a reminder that somebody need to hear this. Somebody need to hear this. Because this really, really, really been on my mind recently. And again, I don't want it to sound like I'm being pessimistic. All I'm saying, first of all, it's a lot of great people and genuine people out here, So just continue being yourself, being authentic, and those who are meant for you be attracted to you. But also, there are times when there's some bullshit that happens, bullshit as people that are closer to home than you think, So that's all I'm saying. Just be careful. Um, Follow your gut. If you're having dreams about certain people and it means certain things, if you have an intuition or you receive messages about somebody or whatever, like listen. You know what I mean? So just listen to your discernment. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that you can think about. Be like, oh no, not them, not or no, that's not the case. That whole time, it be the case. You know what I mean? Trust your intuition. That's the main thing. Trust your intuition and just stay safe out here. So that's all for now. Peace.